Hello everyone, welcome to Dimensions online test series platform. Let's discuss English paper 6. Okay, look at the question 76. Find out the word which best expresses the meaning. So you need to find out the word which is synonym to the given word. Panacea means which among the given options, which can be the correct one? Prize. What does the word prize mean? Applaud or compliment or commend. Okay, so there are two words, commend and condemn. Commend is nothing but giving a compliment or a praise or applaud, but condemn means criticize. Okay, so don't forget the difference between those two words. Next, cure all. Yeah, panacea, cure all. Cure all is the correct one. So let's look at the other words as well. Poison means he killed himself with poison, means some toxin or venom, right? Ambrosia means something very pleasing to taste or smell, so that is called ambrosia. So among all the options, which one is correct? Cure all, which means panacea. Next one, choose the word which is opposite in meaning to the given word. Now you need to find out the word which is opposite in meaning, means antonym. So first of all, let's look at the word detest. What does the word detest mean? Dislike someone intensely or dislike something intensely, abhor, hate. So these all are the words which are synonymous to the word detest. But what do we need to find out? We need to find out the word which is opposite in meaning to the given word. Now let's look at the word among the options which is opposite to the word detest. So which can be the opposite to the word hate? So it should be love, right? So denounce, ignore, adore, castigate. So if you look at all those things, let's look at the options word by word. Now what does the word denounce mean? Again, condemn, criticize, okay, or castigate. Ignore means taking no notice of or disregard. Castigate means same, punish, scold, okay, criticize, reprimand. So these all are the same one. So denounce and castigate mean the same. Ignore is also see some up to some extent it is also the means the same. And adore, which means love and respect. He adores his mother. He adores his mother means love and respect. So the one which is opposite to hate and dislike is should be love, right? So option C, adore, is the correct one. Next, choose the correctly spelled word. Now look at the words debilitate, impeccable, inculcate, harass. So impeccable is definitely misspelled because you need IMPECCABLE, impeccable, which means perfect, flawless or faultless. Okay. Next, inculcate. It is not KUL, it is CUL. Inculcate means instill or implant, induce. So these are the words which are synonymous to the word inculcate. Next, harass. Harass means annoy aggressively. So harass means HARASS. It's not double R, it's only single R. So debilitate, which means weakening or exhaust or make feeble. So debilitate, it is a correctly spelled. So this one is the answer. Next, fill the blanks with appropriate words. Now look at the question 79. What a dash holiday. Generally your holidays will be unforgettable, right? So they haunt you. They are memorable. So memorable can be the correct one. So let's look at the meanings of other words as well. Momentous. Momentous means of great importance or of great significance, vital. Okay. So these words mean momentous. Momentary means brief or short, or how can you say a short period, or transitory or transient. So these are the words which mean momentary. Similarly, immortal means living forever. So who has no death, he is eternal, right? So which one is the correct one? What a memorable holiday. Memorable holiday fits the context exactly, means the unforgettable holiday, right? Or worth remembering or easily remembered. So memorable is the correct answer. Next one, many important projects have reached the final stage of. So final stage of what can be the correct one? So final stage of the project will be implemented at the end, right? So the final stage of implementation. So implementation is the correct one. Implementation means execution or application. The remaining ones, accomplishment, which means achievement, an achievement or something that has been achieved successfully. Next one, initiation, beginning or starting something. Next one, resolution. Resolution means firm determination, or you can say the quality of being determined or resolute. So the implementation is the word which fits the blank exactly. Many important projects have reached the final stage of implementation. Now let's look at the next one, 81. Dash you live long. That's a blessing, right? May you live long. So might, shall, should are out of context. So may is the correct one. Next one, 82 to 84. Find out the part of sentence which has an error. If there is no error, then mark no error. Let's look at the word 82. Look at the question 82. Each of the girls have come with her books. So look here. Each of the girls. So each of the girls, this noun is singular. Whenever there need to be a subject and verb agreement, right? So each of the girls, it should not be have come, it should be has. Has come is the correct one, right? So there should be a subject and verb agreement in any sentence. Next one, me and my wife were at home last night. So it's not me and my wife, it's I and my wife. It's I and my wife. Next one, essay writing is an art that requires many planning on the part of the writer. So it's not many, it should be much planning. So much planning. When you are talking about a portion of something, you use much. When you are talking individually of several things, then you use many. So it should be much planning. So the erroneous part is option B. Next one, 85 to 87. In each of the questions, 4 alternatives are given for the idiom or phrase. Choose the alternative which best expresses the meaning of the idiom or phrase and click the button corresponding to it. Caught red-handed. Caught red-handed. So you need to find the meaning of the given idiom. What does the idiom caught red-handed mean? Discovered in the act of doing. So when you are doing something wrong, so then you will be caught, right? So caught red-handed means discovered in the act of doing. So you caught not just by some witness, but the one witnessed it directly. So when you were doing the same, the one has come to whom you caught red-handed. So he witnessed it directly. Next one, Gatecrasher. Gatecrasher means uninvited guest. What? Uninvited guest. So let's look at the meaning of the word invader. Invader means trespasser or attacker or intruder. So these are the words which are synonymous to the word invader. So but that is not the option here. Gatecrasher means uninvited guest. Next one, to angle. To angle means to fish. Next, 88 to 90. Out of the 4 alternatives, choose the one which can be substituted for the given word or sentences and click the button corresponding to it. Favoritism shown by a person in power to his relatives. So which one can be the word that could be substituted for the given sentence? Favoritism shown by a person in power to his relatives. Generally that's what happened in India. The son of a chief minister will become the next chief minister, or the son of a MP will be contesting from the same constituency in the next elections. So there has been a habit of sharing the power would be shared by the descendants of the ancestors, right? So favoritism shown by a person in power to his relatives. So that is called nepotism. If you look at in the various states of our country, so that's what happened. Now let's look at the options. Formalism. Formalism means a description of something in formal. Red tapeism means too much of official formalities or excessive paperwork. Bureaucracy, administration by the officials. So the one which is exactly correct is nepotism. Next, a roundabout way of expression. So let's look at the options. Verbosity. Verbosity means using more words than needed. So when you use more words than the required, than what are required, so that is called as verbosity. Next one, talkativeness, that is the quality of being talkative, or loquaciousness or loquacious. So again, circumlocution. Circumlocution means circuitousness, or what you can say, indirectness. So these are the words which are synonymous to that, and a roundabout way of expression is nothing but circumlocution or circuitousness. Next, suitable are intended for only young persons. If you look at the options, all meant young persons only, right? Youthful, that is related to young teenage, or and puerile, that is childishly silly or immature. Adolescent, that is again teenage. Juvenile, so that is again teenage or adolescent. But juvenile also mean for or relating to young people, something which is related to young people. So the one which fits the context is juvenile. Next, a sentence or a part of the sentence is underlined. Four alternatives are given to the underlined part, which will improve the sentence. Choose the correct alternative and click the button corresponding to it. In case no improvement is needed, click the button corresponding to no improvement. Each self is unique and there cannot be compared. Therefore cannot be compared. So the cannot be compared, what can you use? Incomparable, right? Incomparable. So non-comparable, incomparably, no improvement, all are wrong. The one which is right is incomparable. Next, shall I sit between you at the consent? So he is talking about only one person there. Okay, shall I sit between you? So it should be beside you at the consent. That fits the context. Beside. And what does word besides means? In addition to. Okay. No one other reason than poverty is hampering India's progress. Hampering means something which is stopping. Okay. No one other. It should not be no one other. It is no other reason than poverty is hampering India's progress. The custom has took root in the society. It should be taken. Has will be followed by V3 form of the verb. So V3 form of the verb take is taken. Taken root. Next, we will take care of your children when you are away at Mumbai. So taking care, that can be appropriately replaced by look after, right? So look after is the one which can be used there. Next, 96 to 100. Read the passage carefully and choose the best answer to each question out of the four alternatives and click the button corresponding to it. My brother David was always close to our grandmother. Both of them shared a love of Mother Nature and of food that they had grown themselves. Whenever his schedule permitted, he would drop in for a short visit and a cup of coffee. One day, when he found no one home, he left a chunk of dirt. Chunk of dirt means lump of dirt on her porch. What does the word porch mean? Lobby or veranda. Okay. This started what was later to be known as his calling card. Grandmother would come home occasionally and instantly know that Dave had been by when she spotted the chunk of dirt on her porch. Although grandmother had a poor upbringing in Italy, upbringing means in the early life, like a childhood or background, likewise. In Italy, she managed to do well in the United States. She was always healthy and independent and enjoyed a fulfilling life. Recently, she had a stroke and died. Everyone was saddened by her death. David was disconsolate. His lifelong friend was now gone. Saddened by her death, David was disconsolate. His lifelong friend was now gone. Now, what does the word disconsolate mean? Sad or unhappy or downhearted. Okay. Now, look at the questions. 96. What is opposite of the word disconsolate? Disconsolate means downhearted or very sad. Okay. Now, devastated, which means destruction or havoc or wreckage. Hilarious, very funny or extremely amusing. So that can't be the one. Exuberant, jubilant or high spirited, joyful or exhilarated. Sombre means dark, dull, depressed. Now the opposite word for disconsolate is, so someone who is very joyful. Already The one which could mean the same is exuberant. We have seen that high spirited or jubilant, or which means that very joyful, very joyous. So that can be the word which is opposite to the word disconsolate. Okay, next one. David would drop in for a short visit and leave a dash as a sign on grandma's porch if she was not at home. Chunk of dirt. Next one. Grandmother used to be poor earlier but became rich later on, right? Her upbringing had a poor upbringing in Italy, but she managed to do well in the United States. So option C. Grandmother enjoyed a good and healthy life. Option B. Grandmother's death made everyone sad, including David. So option A. So that's all, guys. We will see with the next paper in the next session. Okay. Thank you. Have a good day.